Okay.
Right, it's live now.
Now?
Or is... Yes, it is.
Alright, so we're back again a little later than last time, obviously, because I was tired this morning and wanted to play Dark Souls 3. But hey, we're here and we're ready to talk about things for about an hour and work through our lives.
Yay!
And I was actually looking through the news earlier of Tokusatsu in order to like prepare for this, and there's like literally nothing interesting going on this week.
Figures.
The most interesting thing, I guess, that there was a poll for like riders to get DX ride watches, and the winners were surprising, actually. Not one wasn't. Gem Gamer Level X was getting a DX release.
Unsurprising.
Unsurprising. Surprising. Kamen Cross Charge form. Is that going by the American Tokusatsu community? That form is hated.
Cross
Charge is a Splash Driver form.
Oh yeah, Splash Driver forms are pretty ugly. The whole transapparent plastic thingy.
I do think it's funny that they had like that translucent spikes going off his shoulder, because that, if you actually watch like the fight scenes, that suddenly like isn't translucent anymore when they start hitting each other.
Oh lol. It's probably because they're so fragile. You have the link to the stream.
Huh?
Do you have the link to the stream? Do you need it, or can you?
Oh yeah,
just
I'm on it right now on my laptop, so I can just do the link from there.
Okay, I posted the link in my Tumblr because I have more subscribers. I have a little more coverage.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on that right now.
So
the other two, I don't think we either of us have seen this series. It's the Scissors and Oja.
Scissors in Oja?
Yeah, the snake and crab guy from Ryuki.
Oh, well, Ryuki is popular. I'd be more surprised
It is popular,
if it was like the third or fourth rider from Blade, because Blade is basically like virtually, it's not hated, it's not loved, it just exists. One of those reasons. Like Wizard.
Wizard, it's not great, it's not bad, it just kind of exists in mediocrity.
Wizard has a lot of really good directing and cinematography. Like those aspects that are a little harder to quantify, a little harder to, you know, how should I say it? It's not something you think of when you think of whether or not a rider series is good. You think of like henshins and the costumes, the fight scenes, the characters, the plot, and all of those things are either good or mediocre. But
yeah,
like cinematography, editing, shot composition, that's really good in Wizard. Like
one thing that fails for me is the music, because I know a lot of people like the Kamen Rider Girls, but I can't stand them for some reason, and I don't think Missing Piece, which is like his Infinity Form theme, is that good.
I really love the opening theme, but that's about it. Like, opening theme and incidental music are pretty good. Like that one jingle when Wizard first henshins in the first episode. Yeah, that's really good.
There's something cool is about to happen theme.
Yeah, it's really majestic.
Yeah,
but
fits the magic theme pretty well.
Yeah, but other than that, it's not really memorable. It's not like, you know, Gaim's soundtrack or X8 soundtrack, which are just...
Oh, Gaim's soundtrack.
Ba 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 ba. Everyone loves. Everyone loves.
I find the
Game 17. Game 17
Yeah.
is even on contact here.
I just love the grunting for some reason. It's really funny to me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Uh,
Also, I really suck
yeah.
at this game, so I'm going to die a lot.
it's the Dark Souls of roguelike shooters.
Yeah.
Other than that, the guy who played Drive is going to be cameoing in Detective Pikachu.
Oh, seriously, like voice acting or actual role?
Well, he's dubbing over the human partner for Detective Pikachu, but he's also going to make like a live appearance cameo, apparently.
Oh, that's so sweet. The comic relief detective, right? Right?
Yes, I think so.
Oh god.
No. It's actually like the guy who plays Tamari Shinosuke.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. He's a cool writer. He's a cool actor.
Yeah. Other than that, there's a few other things that aren't really that interesting going on.
Yeah, we know
Something
that
about
Philip voiced Shazam.
Oh yeah, the guy who played Philip voices it. Yeah. Wait, does he voices adult Shazam, not kid Shazam,
Yeah,
right?
he voices adult Shazam.
Yeah.
Even though looking at Philip, you wouldn't guess.
No. Let's
The
see.
Twinkie,
The toy. I don't know. He's like.
He's such a twink. Seriously.
Yeah, I can see why most people thought they were at least projected onto them being a gay couple, mostly because of Philip.
Well, yeah, but
In,
people seem to ship Banjo and Santa a lot more for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, I'm typing something real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm telling one of my viewers what for. Other than that, the Toei channel is going to air all the Kamen Rider Heisei summer movies. Every single one. The live-action Akira started filming in California.
That is so dumb. Nobody needs live action Akira.
No, that's a... CGI is never going to be able to recreate a lot of those scenes.
I mean, Akira is notorious for having the absolutely most impressive animation, 2D animation at the time, like bar none. It's a benchmark for a reason. And you're going to recreate it in live action. Why? It's not like...
Well,
let's be honest, it's not like the plot is all that good.
It's like when they recreated A Nightmare on Elm Street, like they did the remake, and they tried to recreate the Freddy pressing his face to the wall and it's stretching effect in CGI.
God, I remember the scene.
And it didn't look as good.
So bad.
Other than that, they showed the opening to the second season of the live action version of Kakegurui.
I don't know what Kakegurui is.
It's that anime where like everything is solved through gambling.
Oh, the one with the school, right?
Yes, and I actually watched it. It's actually really good, and I know the second season out, but I'm waiting till it comes to Netflix.
I only saw the mother's basement take on it, and he didn't like it.
Well, of course he didn't.
He liked the other gambling anime. He said it's much better.
Of course. There's like one thing me and Mother's Basement agree on, and that is that Sword Art Online is bad.
But
that's the only thing
everyone agrees on. With everyone, Dichibro thinks.
Well, you'd be surprised. I've met some people.
I actually like the first Runaby and the some stories, not all, from the second Runaby. The first Runaby is just the how you call it, the main arc with Asuna and the like, and the second Runaby is a collection of short stories about Kirito fucking around and doing nothing. in SAO, so in the middle,
Yeah.
when he was still leveling up.
That's before Alfheim Online?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like.
Yeah, before.
So the second Ranabay is where all the waifus started appearing.
Oh, okay. So that's when the Lolly, Lisbeth, all that. Yeah. I don't remember the Lolly's name. I just remember that she had a dragon thing. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
I only remember Lisbeth's name because of Sword Art Online Abridged, because they made her hilarious.
Well, and Asuna. Everyone remembers Asuna because...
Everyone remembers Asuna because she's Forced Girl.
And she's like the only good character in the first arc. Because Kirito is unbearable, the blacksmith guy is not a character, and the second guy, the thug guy, is also not a character.
What's his name? Klein, I think?
Klein. He's actually the writer's favorite character.
Really? Could have fooled me!
Yeah, and he hates that he can't write about him because of it.
Like,
because of the popularity of Kirito and Asuna and all the fucking girls, he can't write about his favorite character.
See, that's why I respect Araki, because he doesn't care that Rohan Kishibe isn't that popular. He just, Rohan is his favorite character, so he just writes a bunch of stuff for him. For better or for worse.
Yep. It's Araki. Araki doesn't give a shit one way or another.
Araki does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, and, Araki can afford it because he's crazy talented. Nobody can say no to him. I mean...
Oh. Well, that's random.
What?
Sorry, I was reading the news. The Lupin Rangers and Pat Rangers are doing the Q Ranger dance in VR for some reason.
Q Ranger?
Q Ranger was the season before Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger.
Oh,
the
space one.
The space one, yes. AKA the one where they did the pelvic thrust until they added a kid to the team and like, wait, we can't have a kid pelvic thrusting. Let's flap our arms. I'll send you the video later, but it's like, yes, there's like the chorus was basically Q Q Tama. So when they would do Tama, they would pelvic thrust like twice until they added the kid to the team, and then they just started flapping their arms. It's like so stupid.
Like, I actually watch Mother's Basement sometimes.
Oh, did you look at the chat?
Yeah, I have the chat open.
Yeah.
I have the window with glitched stream open where I can see the stream itself, but I can see the chat.
Yep. No, that's my friend Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. This is Dasha. I am also Gia's friend.
Why did I give a thumbs up? Nobody can see me. Smart boy, smart boy. Actually, I've seen a lot of people like just giving Captain Marvel absolutely shining reviews. So that's good. I'm totally down for DC becoming the new Marvel and Marvel becoming the new DC if it means we get movies for characters that don't get shined on that often.
Yeah, but like, I would prefer they use absolutely any other obscure Marvel character other than modern Carol Danvers. So like,
well, like,
I would buy older Mrs. Marvel Carol Danvers. I would buy the Muslim Mrs. Marvel, the little girl one.
The Kamala, whatever her name is.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah,
I think. I hear she's actually a decent character.
I've only seen like, I've seen reviews of like her first comic that like they don't comment on like her what's it called? They didn't talk about. They didn't comment on her character in the comic. They mostly talked about her how the comic mostly focuses on how Muslim she is rather than who she is.
Yeah, it does that.
Which, you know, that's not, it's not my cup of tea. I don't read that many comics anyway. I've been kind of getting into the more modern Batman comics, as I heard they are doing really well.
There's a hassle in Russia.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, everything's a hassle.
We have a few things ongoing because we have enthusiasts like small print studios that bring American comics over, but it's very much a, you know, niche small things. You can't get it in big shops, only in small specialized ones.
Yeah. Well, like, I've been trying to get into comics more and more, but like the only ones I'm reading right now are the Power Rangers comics and the Bloodborne comics, and I'm behind painfully on both.
I actually, because of the movie, I want to read Shazam more, you know, the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah. See, well, that was the whole big thing with Marvel and DC, wasn't it? Like, they kept arguing over, like, who made the character first. Because there was an original, like, male Captain Marvel.
Neither made it first. Fawcett Comics made it first. And then DC bought him.
Oh! No, this is actually, that messed me up the other day. Okay, so you remember how I posted that thing from Fusion Fall? You know, the guy that you said tried to fuck God?
Yeah.
Which, 10 out of 10 line, by the way. I never expected to... 10 out of 10 line. I'm going to give glowing reviews to Fusion Fall in a second. But, me and my friend were looking through the characters in Fusion Fall. The ones... And they're all Cartoon Network characters. But one we saw was Juniper Lee. And me and my friend just have, like, this massive gap in our memories that was, like, we never watched Juniper Lee, but we watched literally everything else in the Fusion Fall lineup.
I was a little bit... I was, you know, stuck in that teenage phase where, ew, cartoons inky. When most of the titles in Fusion Fall were relevant. Yeah.
But the thing about Juniper Lee... Okay, tell me what this sounds like. You have an Asian main character with a younger sibling of the opposite gender who's protecting their town from, like, mystical invaders.
American Dragon Jack...
it sounds like that, right? But that's also...
And Jackie Chan Adventures.
But that's also Juniper Lee. And I was like, this is just female American Dragon Jake Long. Like, did they rip off American Dragon Jake Long? And I looked into it. Jake Long and Juniper Lee came out within months of each other.
Yeah, I know. I think I've read a comparison post on Tumblr about it and how it's just this big weird coincidence.
Yeah, it's like, it even goes farther the more you look into it, because like they even both date the child of their main enemy, and I'm like, what is this? And I want to make like this. I want to make like a series. I want to make like a series where I like watch both of them and just stack up the coincidences, because like
principle.
It's my
pet name. It's my pet name for this phenomenon, where really unlikely coincidences just fucking happen and you can do anything about it.
Yeah, it's weird.
I use it in my novel.
Yeah, but I know there's only like.
Yeah, go on. It's not that important.
I know there's like no one watching right now. There's like one person watching besides me because I have like the tab open. But if anyone's watching besides Jeff or somebody's watching this back later, get Fusion Fall Retro. Play Fusion Fall. It's amazing.
Is it even legal to play?
I mean, it's a rebuild of a dead game, so I think it's like that moral gray area of like with third-party Transformers. So I don't know. I think it's that like legal gray area, because I think the copyright in Fusion Fall might have ran out because Cartoon Network's no longer making games with it. Because I know for a while they had like not really an RPG game, but like some sort of tower defense game using Fusion Fall, but I don't think they have it anymore. But it's that same kind of thing with like those people making the Club Penguin rebuild, or those people who made the Toontown rebuild. It's like a moral gray area. I don't know.
Yeah, like you can technically. People have been trying to make a Ultima, or how do you call it? City of Heroes fan server for a while, but I think there are issues with the netcode and the like. And honestly, if an MMORPG goes dead, you really should just release the netcode to the fans. You're not going to profit from it ever again. You don't they are not going to profit from it, so there is no need to protect your IP.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. I was sending you the ugly boys from Nanivore the other day, and I'm like, I want a Nanivore rebuild so bad, just like at least of Evolution, because that's another game.
Not going to happen, probably.
Yeah.
God
well, that's
damn, I like a shit today. Getting the worst weapons.
I don't even know what happened with Nanivore, because like at first it was like Digimon, and then they're like, well, we're not popular, so let's go 3D and like completely change our style with like no fanfare, and I don't know.
Yeah, change
Free Realms.
Free Realms.
Free Realm.
I vaguely recall it being like
oh my god. What was Free Realms? Because
like kids EverQuest for kids?
I compare it more to like World of Warcraft with jobs and like a squirrel mascot for some reason.
No, they definitely. Well, you see, it was made by Sony.
Was it?
Sony, yeah, Sony Online Entertainment.
Oh.
And they did EverQuest at the time too.
Oh. Maybe it is EverQuest for kids then.
God damn it, this weapon sucks. Look at it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm just...
No, I'm sorry. I googled Nanivore rebuild real quick to see if it was a thing, because I've never actually looked into it. And I found a Minecraft forum where people were talking about doing a Nanivore rebuild. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, why not rebuild Nanivore in Minecraft? Might as well happen. Please don't die.
Only in Minecraft. Only in Minecraft forums could you find a guy with a, what is that, M16 a profile picture talking about getting a Nanivore thing, and then a guy with a Doctor Who brony picture talking about how he also wanted it.
But only on Zoo Tycoon forums could you find Kalos Albuquerque. Do you know the legend of Kalos?
I do not.
It's the Christian terrorism guy.
Wait, what? Christian terrorism?
It's a meme.
Oh, okay.
It's the guy who made some really weird paleontology headcanons.
Oh.
And then started saying he'll sue everyone who criticized him, vandalized Wikipedia, and now sends gore and rape threats to people.
Oh god.
On Tumblr. Yes, it's like the big...
Oh, that guy!
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like...
See, it's like... I live on the very outskirts of Tumblr where I hear about all these things, and like once in a while I'll hear something about it, but like I never actually see it happening.
Yep. But it's like the biggest drama of 2018-2019, even though it started earlier.
Wow.
It's like the you know, the Hamilton AIDS fic thing, only worse, took longer, and I actually participated in it. He sent me gore, and I talked to him for a bit.
Hamilton AIDS fic.
Yeah, remember that?
Tumblr is just like this weird place of like degeneracy where you never know who's serious and who's not. Like, you know the cybersmith is serious.
Yeah, he's a troll.
And like
he's been so openly trolling for the last year. He's like nudge, nudge, wink, wink on everything. It's actually
no, Jeff, Temple OS is a completely different thing.
Yeah, And there's also Time Cube, which is also similar.
Yes, the time cube. Time is cubic. The 4 races. Well, I'm multiracial. You're what? An actual interaction.
You know, the stupid thing is, for some reason, Time Cube kind of made sense to me. Kind of. I think I got what he was trying to say. I don't know. My brain is weird.
I've wanted to look at it, but I've heard that like most of it is like dead links, and I just don't want to spend the time.
I saw the Frederick Knodson's Down the Rabbit Hole video.
Yeah, same here.
And from what I saw there, it's like I can see what he was getting at. It's crazy, but like
all I got was that the number 4 is really important for some reason. It has something to do with God, and the Down the Rabbit Hole series is really great. It's like I know I'm like way smaller than the guy, but I'm gonna shout him out because that channel is amazing.
Maybe he'll feature us one day.
Maybe we're down the rabbit hole. Well, he did Spoonie, so all we have to do is like do some really weird stuff.
Yeah. Oh man, I used to be the biggest Spoonie fan. I actually talked to him.
Really?
Yeah, I shit on Daniel Craig as James Bond. Back when Casino Royale just came out, I think. Well, maybe the second one in 2007. Anyway, I hang out on the Spoonie Experiment forums, and I shit on Daniel Craig because I thought he was not suave enough to play James Bond.
And let me guess, he came after you?
Yeah, and not like he came after me, he just responded to me and said I'm a moron.
Yeah,
and
that sounds like Spoonie. Yeah, I think the only member of like old Channel Awesome I've interacted with is Linkara, and that's because he was at Power Morphicon this past year.
How was he?
He was pretty nice, you know.
He's weird. He's apparently a conservative SJW.
How does that work?
Feminist, right? Because he is a Christian. He holds some libertarian beliefs.
Well, don't we all?
Yeah, I mean economic libertarian.
Oh,
so like me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really get into politics with him because that's not what I was there for. I mostly talked to him about.
He's also a chaser.
Yeah, I remember talking about that. I mostly talked to him about the Power Rangers comic and how it was basically just DC's War Infinite Crisis, but with Power Rangers.
I would actually watch him do a review of that if he ever wanted to do it. Sounds like.
See, I watched the review, but I don't know if he's going to connect the dots about how like a lot of the quote unquote original characters from the event were basically just edgy OC versions of already established characters. Because like Lord Draken, he's what if Tommy Oliver never went evil and also had the White Ranger powers at the same time as he had the Green Ranger powers, or Ranger Slayer, who's just evil Kimberly if she had the weird like shaved head, well, half head shaved haircut.
Oh, so undercut.
Because every strong female character nowadays needs the
excuse me,
weird side cut. I don't know.
Stop needing me.
What other characters are there? Then there was the female Red Ranger before Jason, who was like okay, apparently during the space race, the green Psycho Ranger, who existed before the other Psycho Rangers, was sent to free Rita. So Zordon pulled a bunch of people from all over the world, including one from America and one from Russia, to be Power Rangers. And the Red Ranger was like a chick who was working with NASA at the time, and most of the people on her team died except for like a French guy. Oh, it doesn't make sense to me.
Was the Russian Ranger Battle Cossack?
No, he was not, but I wish he was.
Because that would actually be smart.
That would have been funny. Actually, they have, like, the comics have grandfathered in, like, a Sentai team into being Rangers. And I think that's pretty cool. I don't agree with a lot of the choices they made. I'm not sure. I think it's Denji Man.
Mm.
But
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't agree with a lot of the choices that they made. But you know, I'm not on the team, so I can't really influence it.
True.
But you know,
my big problem.
It's cool in a way. Huh?
Honestly, they should just, if they're doing original teams, they should just do, you know, a female Red Ranger, because we're not getting that on the show. You'd be glad you got some of it in Samurai.
Yeah, I was about to say we did technically get a female Red Ranger twice, except one of them was evil. So, but the comics so far,
because you have to rely on Sentai footage.
Jeff said it wasn't Dejiman, it was 5-Man.
Oh, I see.
The team they grandfathered in, but most of the female, most of the original characters they've made have been female, which I don't agree with or disagree with. It just is. But so far they've added
that. It's not a bad thing in principle.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing in principle.
It all relies on how. It all depends on how you handle it.
Yeah, but so far, they've added a ranger from another universe who is like the quote-unquote, I think her name was Solar Ranger.
Oh yeah, I saw her with the ugliest design in the world.
The really ugly costume. The Solar Ranger's girlfriend. They added a male bad guy. I know that. Ranger Slayer. The Red Ranger chick from the Space Race. I don't know. But, like, I do know, I recently saw a cover for their new storyline they're doing in Go-Go Power Rangers, which takes place in another universe, like, before the Green Ranger, so now they're going to go for the Green Ranger arc. And that doesn't look like Tommy. It doesn't look like Tommy, so it might not be Tommy, which I'd be completely okay with.
Yeah, Tommy worship can get excessive.
I don't like Tommy.
Yeah, I know. I like
it's
Tommy,
not like he's
but I agree that Tommy worship is excessive.
Like, he's not a bad character, but the franchise is like centered around him for so long that I just feel like I'm obligated to dislike him because it goes against everything Power Rangers is.
And Jason David Frank is kind of an asshole.
Little bit, yeah. Well, I mostly based off the fact that when I went to a meetup for him here where I live, he couldn't be bothered to look at the camera when he was taking a picture with me. And then during Power Morphicon this past year, like during the live reading of Shattered Grid, where his character is the main focus and he would have a ton of speaking lines, he decided not to show up. So he had to be replaced by the Red Time Force Rangers actor, which, kudos to him. Oh, Lord. At least only, like, 3 Rangers are a-hole. Well,
Jason the guy who killed someone with a sword.
Yeah, I counted him, because, like, the guy who killed someone with a sword, Jason David Frank, and the only other one is the RPM Black Ranger, not RPM, Overdrive, Operation Overdrive Black Ranger, and that's only because during the first Power Morphicon, they had like these banners that all the actors signed, and they were going to be like sold at auction for like charity for sick kids, and he took one of the banners, and he has since said that he's not giving it back, ever.
Dick move.
He essentially stole from sick kids.
That's a dick move if I ever saw one.
It is. So yeah. Which probably is one of my favorite Link Car video lines. Oh yeah, and the Black Ranger, he's a thief. Oh, I don't mean his character, I mean he's an actual thief. Which is funny because the guy in the season, he's a professional thief. So you could say he's dedicated to his role, I guess.
I mean, if nothing else, I can always thank Linkara for getting me into Toku in the first place.
Yeah.
Because I was an avid Channel Awesome viewer back in the glory days.
I have not watched like any Channel Awesome since like Change the Channel happened.
I watch Phaelus, I watch Linkara on occasion, but I don't watch everything Linkara. I don't watch his story segments anymore. I feel like I should because I was a big fan of them.
I'm just waiting for like the next History of Power Rangers to come out.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ninja still.
Yes.
He did the Turbo revised, by the way, recently.
Oh, he did? I have to go rewatch that.
Yeah, he redid the script almost completely.
Oh
There's a bunch
God.
of new info.
No, I'm sorry, I just noticed this. SH Figure Arts, they're releasing that statue of that statue from like the first episode of Tokyo Asogo's first transformation.
I have not watched Tokusha.
No, Gio.
Oh, Gio.
The statue from like the future.
Tokyo Saga, right. Right.
Yeah, they're releasing that statue in an SH Figure Arts thing.
That's weird. But I guess if
It
you
is
want,
weird.
if you want to play
No, it's weird.
to your Lord and Master Zio, you can.
It's weird because like they never release set pieces. So it seems weird that like going all in on Gio.
Well, yeah, of course you would go a lot out on Geo. It's the anniversary season.
Yeah, I guess. Have you seen the teaser for Persona 5 The Royale?
Persona 5? No, the Royale, is it going to be like gold?
That's kind of a thing though, because all they've released is like a teaser where there's some girl saying, "I don't like the Phantom Thieves. I believe people should be their own way." Blah 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 blah. And then she just sort of walked away. It's just like this girl with red hair. So I do think it's going to be like Persona 4 Golden, but they're going to do it like the Catherine full body way, where it's mostly exactly the same, except they add like one character.
That's weird. And like that
I don't know,
game is new. That game is brand new. It's like 2 years old.
Some people are saying that it's a female protagonist, but I'm like, I don't think that's the case because she spends the entire teaser saying how she doesn't like the Phantom Thieves.
Maybe it's reverse psychology.
Maybe. I'm gonna get it either way because I really liked Persona 4, and hey, more trophies for me.
I plan to fix my PS4 next week, and I will finally be finishing Persona 5. So please, no spoilers.
Yeah.
I already spoiled to myself that Goro is a traitor, but I don't want to spoil anything further.
Oh my god, I had like the biggest. I'm not gonna spoil anything with it, but like when this, how far are you in Persona 5?
I am at the last battle on the UFO level.
On the UFO level. Oh, so the burger level?
No, the one where you get the last girl. In your
Okay,
party.
yeah. So Okumura.
Yeah. Oh my god,
okay,
it's
so
my least favorite boss.
Essentially back when you first like meet Akechi, like when he first talks to like the whole group and he says something about pancakes, I was like, he shouldn't have been able to hear that. What's going on? So I knew something was up like almost immediately. And I felt so proud of myself.
Yeah, I also figured out that he's probably a traitor, but like, you know.
I knew something was up and I felt so proud of myself for figuring that out.
I hate this boss. I hate this boss.
Because I watched a bunch of like videos of other people playing Persona 5 and they were like so blinded by like their thirst for Ryuji or their thirst for Goro.
My god.
They're just like focusing on like one of those characters the whole time, so they didn't notice that he shouldn't have been able to hear that. So I was proud of myself.
It's kind of my pet peeve, but I hate how horny all the phantoms are. I can't stand it. I'm sorry.
I think it can lead to some funny things. Like the person I was watching play
like,
Persona
you know,
5,
I'm not anti-porn. I'm not a prude. I'm not asexual. I'm just tired. Talk
of
about
like how
something else, get a personality.
Yeah. The one I was watching though, they named their Phantom Thief group the Ryuji Lovers, which leads to some hilarious dialogue.
I named my Phantom Theme something really stupid, like the Wanderers. I don't remember, it was 2 years ago.
I named mine the Mutatio, which is Latin for change.
That's
so I
cool.
named the change. What else? I mean, Persona 5 got me into shipping a lot for Persona 5, mostly because, you know, they have the whole dating thing.
Yeah, and
so I just mostly for my own enjoyment, I started runs just like romance each girl individually, and I came up with like code names for each run. So like
Kawakami best girl.
Actually, I named my run for Kawakami Operation Sex Education.
That's statutory horror rape.
Yeah,
America.
It is. But hey, Japanese age of consent laws or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't justify it. What were some of my other ones? I named the doctor chick. I named that Operation Doctor after the song. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Honestly, you missed 2 whole opportunities.
I probably did.
Hello, nurse.
Oh, that's better.
And there's also Dr. Dick.
But I can't pay for my surgery. I named my Haru Operation Bland because I just find her so bland.
Haru is the last girl in the group, right?
Yeah.
I hate her. And weirdly, there's a lot of people into her, and I don't get it. She's the blandest.
She's so bland. She's just generic rich girl. I want to take control of my own life, but oh look, I'm into botany. I have a personality.
You know, because every other party member has so much personality.
Yeah, which is, I mean, some of them are immune from my scoring because I hate Yusuke with a passion.
I like Yusuke because
I don't know. I can't stand him. Like I nicknamed him Useless, and I can't stand him.
I like Japanese delinquents. It's my favorite archetype. I'm just a sucker for that, so I like all of them regardless.
Who do you think my favorite girl is in Persona 5?
Either Futaba or the class rep.
Kodo? Codename Queen?
Makoto.
Yes, I love Makoto. Makoto best girl.
Yep, because she has so much fucking personality.
She has so much personality. She plays into like both like the hair types and the body types I prefer. It's just everything about her was basically custom made for me, and I love it.
I like her because I like characters that are assertive and, you know, I don't know, she just felt like such an active character with so much agency.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Which is why I also really liked the painter guy, just because he's quirky and fun. He was supposed to be the gay romance option, just like Josuke in Persona 4, but that was axed.
Ah, did not know that.
Both of those were planned but axed.
I wonder why.
Yusuke in Persona 4 even has cut voice lines in the game files.
Huh.
About
Did
that.
not know that.
Yeah, it's probably ratings. Either ratings or they didn't have time.
Yeah. It's, priorities and all that.
Yeah, because like I like both of those characters.
It's not a pitchfork weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm like, I know the stream video is like 5 seconds behind us, but I'm just like, what's that pit? It's a weapon?
Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot of stupid weapons in this game.
Oh my god, it shoots fire. That is amazing.
I'm going to stream to boost the stream in my Tumblr again.
Okay. What else? What?
I saw Shazam. I want to talk about that.
You did see Shazam. You want to talk? Yeah, go ahead.
So Shazam was as good as I expected. I expected it to be good, and it did not disappoint.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying it's the better of the 2 Captain Marvel movies to come out this month.
I have not seen Captain Marvel, and I don't really plan to, because
yeah,
I don't want to give Brie Larson my money, even by proxy. I know she's already paid,
but it's the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I go by.
Yeah. There's
by the Max Giardi
good
rule.
Female characters in the Marvel universe. Like, just you already got Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
she's.
Where is our Black Widow movie?
Who the fuck cares about Black Widow? Seriously.
I mean, a lot of people.
They shouldn't. I'm also salty because she's not played by a Slavic actress.
Oh yeah, you have that. Even though her last name's Romanov.
And she's, you know, from KGB and from Russia.
Yeah. I go by like the hot diggity demon rule of like ratings. If a movie did not entice me to see it, it's not a mag 0 out of 10. Because like if a movie cannot grab my attention to see it, then I can't really give it a positive rating.
I'd say it's 5 out of 10 just because it's no rate. I don't know, 5 out of 10 is no rating, and 0 out of 10 is like minus rating, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, have you seen like Hot Diggity Demon's brain dumped videos?
No, I have not.
He does this really cool like meta text thing where like when he's talking about Moana, he spends like the whole video bitching about how he can't relate to Moana because he's like a white chubby bald guy. But like the whole subtext is that it shouldn't matter if you can relate to them or not. It should only matter if the story is good. Or like
that sounds interesting.
Or he reviews the Grinch movie, the one that came out recently, and he talks about how like the Grinch doesn't have the right personality, and then proceeds to spend the whole video being that sort of jerkish personality that the Grinch is supposed to be. He loves to do this whole sort of meta commentary thing
and acting.
Yeah.
That sounds actually interesting. I think I'm going to watch him sooner or later.
One of my favorite videos by him is even a one where he does the meta commentary. He did like this whole hour-long video of Pooh, whether or not Apu is racist. And basically he like breaks down why, if stereotypes are a bad thing, how we use stereotypes. And he brings up the fact that he's Italian and Mario isn't offensive to him. Despite that, like, Mario could be considered a very offensive portrayal of Italians.
He's white, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, I've literally seen this argument.
Yeah. But it also goes back to one of my favorite parts of that video where it's like, but of course, I'm the worst thing ever. Looks to camera. A straight white man. Slowly turns into like a demon. Best.
This
demon is the best.
Discourse about who can and who can't talk about certain things. It's so unproductive.
I disregard it. I disregard it all the time because I'll talk about whatever the hell I want.
As you should.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
That's a good question. Ah, my head. Need to extend these headphones because it's like digging into my head. Oh lord.
I have the cheapest gaming headset possible.
This isn't even like a gaming headset. This is like a headset I just picked up at Dave and Buster's. Or is it Dave and Buster's, or is it...
I picked a gaming headset because it has a microphone.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah, I don't have a laptop. Well, my roommate has a laptop, but it's a really crap laptop. I wouldn't be able to stream shit on it.
I don't think I'd be able to stream on this laptop because, like, yeah, it's not good. It's just like an HP Pavilion Red. I just picked a laptop for editing at the time because my parents were like, "We'll buy you whatever laptop you need," and I was like, "Well, I still want to save you guys money," so I picked like.
I'm selling first part of my inheritance. I'm buying a good microphone, so
yeah,
at least the quality on my end would be decent.
I'm working with a Snowball Ice, so you know.
No.
What's that web called? What's that company called? Blue Ice, I think.
No, I don't know.
It's a relatively okay microphone. But you know, all you can ask for.
Yeah, mine is, you know, absolute garbage. Is the cheapest microphone you could find.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I used to have a worse microphone back when I met my ex in 2006. And we, you know, just started discovering webcams. And voice over IP. I'm
about to reveal my like people I will watch on YouTube. That's gonna get me in trouble. Thing, but like, there's a certain appeal to like having a bad microphone, a bad camera. If you like play off it, like the Shiwan head, she has a horrible webcam and a horrible microphone by choice.
Yeah, it's funny. Kind of her thing.
She's like, I find it funny, and people can scream at me about it in the comments, but I'm gonna keep doing it. You know, that's her appeal. She has like a webcam that's like a half a second off, and like a horrible microphone. And that's how she does everything. She is weird, but that's part of her charm, I think.
I like her, but I don't know. I just don't watch this much political content anymore.
I used to be super into it, like in high school, but I don't watch that many anymore. The only ones I'm still subscribed to are like.
I graduated in 2004 before I got regular internet access because I'm old.
I graduated last year. I'm young.
That happens.
Yeah.
I should probably not talk to you because I'm probably grooming you right now.
Yeah. Fucking Tumblr, man. They're different heights. It's pedophilia. They're both 29.
Different heights pedophilia is a real argument. Like
it shouldn't be.
It's not a joke. It's someone said that.
I'm glad I've never run into somebody like that because my mind would. I ran into Sapphire the other day and I was talking to you while I did that. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this for a second. Sapphire, this crazy person, basically like they're a TERF, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trans exclusionary radical feminist.
A racist and
basically
almost a Nazi.
Basically, they said that like trans people are trans because of something about porn.
Yep.
And I responded, "Wow, this." I said something about like the trans investigation or something, which is like that whole conspiracy theory that everyone who's popular is trans, including YouTubers all the way up to Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and they said, but that's true. And I was like, wow, they actually believe that. And I basically I was talking to my audience rather than them.
No.
Right?
I looked at the message. I think she meant it semi-ironically, I think.
I don't know, but basically, to like the people who don't know, I referred to like my audience rather than them. I said they is like a third person pronoun because I was talking to them. I was referring to them, and they were like, "Don't refer to me as they. I don't identify as gender neutral. I identify as a female. Blah 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 blah." And they got on me for this for like 5 messages, and I was like, "Oh my god."
She was trying to prove a point, I think, but
her point dies at the starting line because I wasn't referring to her. I was referring to her third person because I was talking to my audience, quote unquote. It's like I wasn't calling you they. I was referring to you. And it's like, oh my god.
I think she was trying to get so like, there is no you can't misgender someone, and I'm going to be anal about it on purpose to annoy you, so that you would completely drop, stop worrying about it. Like,
do you think they assumed I was trans because I had a problem with them?
It's a possibility.
Because that's something I noticed when like these people have problems with when somebody disagrees with these people, they usually just assume that everyone who disagrees with them is trans, which is hilarious up to a certain point. Let me see me arguing about the Legend of Korra with Spectacular Spider Girl. I'm just going back to like look at the actual messages. God, I repost a lot. This might be a problem. Maybe I should cut back every once in a while. Blah blah blah. Wow. Oh, you and me you talking about how alcohol is not worth it. My giant gumball gun. Jesus Christ. I do not scroll back through my Tumblr nearly as much as I should because it's actually really funny.
I do not scroll through my Tumblr at all because it's a mess. I post a lot.
Oh, there's that time you were drunk and talking about The Sims, and I talked about Beelzebub, and you were like, Beelzebub? I was like, Beelzebub, it's Tenacious D time!
Oh god. That's kind of cringy and kind of funny at the same time.
Every time you get drunk, it's like, okay, this is either gonna end up horribly or end up hilariously. And it's usually the latter. Because you just go off on these tangents on like every post.
Yeah, I do that. Guilty as charged. Hey, at least there's something positive that comes out of my drinking.
Oh, there's that time somebody posted something about the Elf San can't lose weight and all of her weird shirts. Because basically, Elf San can't lose weight. She like just loves fries for some reason.
I know.
She has like shirts.
It's so cute.
Starch, potato god, no fry, no life. Love oil. Fried,
Me.
Spud life.
Me.
Oh my god, I need to read that. I need to read that. It's amazing.
I got a really cool gun that makes me feel like Meteor from Forza.
There, at Dasha Henshin's. It was one time! God, I completely skipped over what I was looking for, but I don't even care anymore. Oh my god, what is that gun?
It's
just firing planets?
Yes, it's firing planets.
What the shit?
I told you.
Mars, Meteor, Meteor. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn!
Oh my god.
That's exactly what that thing sounds like. Oh my god.
I wonder if it's like an actual reference to Kamen Rider, because I think it's a new gun. They've just had it, and Kamen Rider has been getting popular in the US.
It might be. I don't know. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this game is great. I'm just really bad at it. See? I'm not using a trainer.
I'm on two minds of that on that meme, because on the one hand, the guy had a valid. You shouldn't be cheating in a game that's all about, overcoming. But on the other hand, he was really overdramatic about it.
But like, I don't know. He was right. He just said it in a weird way.
Yeah.
And also, do you know what the trainer actually did? It was a mod, actually. It slowed.
Yeah, you explained it to me.
It slowed everything down.
Yeah.
So like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, just go ahead.
So like you wouldn't need all the crazy reaction times that the game requires. So it's not even like a traditional easy mode where he give himself more health, or the enemies less health. He just made the game completely cheesable because everything ran slow.
Yeah, I found the post. All right. So, just to give context, this is how crazy the Celestia person we were talking about is. So basically, they said you never. I'm gonna do a voice for them. You never see anti-porn trannies because watching porn is how they become trannies in the first place. And then skip a few replies, and then I said, I'm waiting for these kind of people to team up with the trans investigation yahoos to make some sort of super conspiracy, like the New World Order is using porn to make all the celebrities trans. And then they say, that's true, go off, with like 5 million exclamation points.
I think that was supposed to be like that thing the racists do, like, oh, we say Jews do everything, but we say it ironically, right? Jews are behind everything, ironically.
So then I say, of course, referring to my audience, of course they also believe in the trans investigation. Why wouldn't they? Cognitive dissonance is what these people sustain on. How about you go off and stop blaming and stop making blatant statements that you have literally no proof of, while studies of gender dysphoria are coming out all the time. You know, because I was sort of... And then they say, stop calling me they. If I'm mocking trans people, it should be obvious to you that I don't buy into your political shit and therefore not gender neutral, whatever you want to call it. I'm a female. And then I had an aneurysm.
Oh,
and then I recovered.
Right. That wasn't ironically at all. She was serious.
And then I had an aneurysm, and then I recovered, and then I went to say, I'm not calling you they for any political reason, it's grammar. I wasn't addressing you, I was doing it as if I was talking to my phone.
You cut out.
Defensive or insecure. And then she goes, well, don't do it! And then I decided to get cheeky, and I went, what I do or not is my decision. You can be offended, but you don't control me or my act. Welcome to the internet, where people who do what you don't like. And then I think this is where you're right, where they start getting trolly. So then they go, so what you're saying is that misgendering is okay now? And I think this is about where they started getting trolly. And so I went to this, really? We're doing this? Okay. What do you mean... Okay. What do you mean by okay? Is it rude? Yes. Offensive? Yes. Ideally, should people misgender if they know better? No. But one still would have a right to misgender. I wouldn't recommend it. As for you specifically, I failed to see how I misgender you when A, I wasn't referring to you, and again, saying they is talking about people to other people. B, if I was referring to you, using they would not be misgendering because they is gender neutral. And I wouldn't know, because I don't check people's profiles every time I interact with them. You done being offended over nothing? I mean, besides the fact I implied you were crazy, which you are. No, I like being cheeky.
Yeah, it's satisfying sometimes.
And then they said, you misgender. This is where I assume they started being a troll. You misgender me because I say you did. Because I do not identify as gender neutral and I do not identify with they, them. You may have a legal right to do so, but thank God all the new laws against misgendering people are coming up. Pretty soon I'll be able to have you and anyone else who misgendered me like this again charged with committing literal violence.
Like, you know what I hate about red fans? When they come at TruthCom and just general not transphobic people who are not extreme SGWs.
Yeah, like me, I don't give a shit. I live by the mantra, live and let live.
Yeah, but like, they oftentimes don't come for, extreme crazies who want those stupid laws, but like, people like me who are like, no, that's dumb. You should be able to legally misgender people. It makes you an asshole, but it shouldn't be illegal.
Yeah. And then I said, you cannot be serious. Gender neutral. Neutral. Not specific. And again, I wasn't referring to you specifically. I was making reference to you to a potential someone else. So it's not misgendering regardless of what you identify as. They, in that context, refers to literally every gender in the known universe. Also, those laws are literally impossible in America. So there. Look, at this point, you're just being obtuse for the sake of being obtuse. So you can please just accept that you overreacted and move on. And then they said, in comments, not responding to me because I think they realized that they were lost. I'm not American. Evil face. Well, I am. So whatever your laws you're talking about don't apply to me. And then that was the end of it. Because they realized they couldn't go anywhere else with that. So yeah, in short, Celestia is insane. That's all you need. Or at least extremely obtuse to everybody for no apparent reason.
What do you expect from rat fans?
Not much.
Quasi-Nazis.
Quasi-Nazis. Yeah, it's just... I try not to start arguments on Tumblr, but when it comes to that, people like that, I can't resist.
Same.
Like today with the, I don't know if you saw it, but the FGM versus circumcision thing.
Oh, no. I've barely been on Tumblr today. I've just been kind of out of it.
Oh, that's kind of a positive.
But I've seen so much circumcision versus FGM.
Well, basically, it was like some African country where a girl's mom was going to force her to do FGM, and so she ran away, and so she went to another school to talk about. Huh?
You cut out. Start again.
Oh, okay. So basically, this girl joined an organization for against FGM, and she started going to schools to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And one boy asked, "What about circumcision?" And then she went on to say, "Boys are not mutilated; only their foreskin is removed." Blah blah blah. And then continued her spiel. And I posted this. I said, I agree with her mostly, except for the part where she says circumcision is not mutilation. I laid out my points why, and I'm like, but otherwise, she's a very strong, articulate little girl, and I'm glad she's doing change and stuff like that. And then another thing, someone was very rude.
You know the fun thing?
What?
The type of female genital mutilation most practiced in America before it was banned.
Yeah.
Just pricking the clitoris with a needle to draw blood.
Yeah.
And
level 1.
Like level 1 female circumcision is way less bad than
the
most common form of male circumcision. So it's not really an argument.
The website I looked at was like, the website I looked at said that level 1 female circumcision is like just cutting off the clitoris, so that might be level 2. I'm not sure. But basically, someone in a less nice way than I said basically said, "Boys do get mutilated. Fuck you." And I was like, okay, that's very rude, but I can see where he's coming from. And then this account called, well, I'm not gonna say what they said, but their name is very rad femmy.
Hmm. Vagina cleat uterus.
Well, it's more of a literary reference, but they said anyway, boys absolutely are still getting boners and raping women. Reforming is not affected in a similar way to a girl having her vulva mutilated and sewn up to a hole. Blah 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 blah. Fuck all of your derailers. This is about the men's bullshit. My first thing I noticed there is that they're referring to level 3 genital mutilation when the girl in the thing was talking about level 1. So you just escalated it. I said, okay, take a look, and I took a look to make sure you just weren't trolling. Lo and behold, it's an actual Red Friend blog that preaches gender separatism, which I think is hilarious. But moving on. And then I said, this is probably going to be a waste of my time because I'm probably going to get blocked, but here we go. Then basically I laid out that the person was talking about level 1, and that level 1 FGM is comparable to circumcision because both the child don't have like autonomy and blah 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 blah. I stood in my soapbox for a little bit for 2 posts. Because that's something I actually care about.
You know, Both are barbaric. Stop turning it into suffering Olympics.
Yeah, it's like you. It doesn't
Just
matter who's who.
stop.
They
Both should
they said
be outlawed at the same time. It's not a matter of what's more important. Both are more important. Stop cutting the genitals of infants.
plus
Just
this whole
stop.
thing was like people are like we can only focus on one issue at a time or something.
No,
I'm
we
like,
can
or we
focus
can.
on more than one issue
Yeah.
at a time.
It's the. Yes, Flim Flam, you have been summoned because we're talking about Tumblr being a hell. Oh, just like my favorite game to play on Tumblr is SJW or Nazi
Yep.
with like random posts.
Especially talking
Because-
about interracial marriage.
Interracial relationships, yes. Oh my god, there's like some of the posts. You take one from like say like a non-Nazi blog, but they like talk about a lot of social issues, and then take like a Nazi blog and posts are almost identical on those subjects.
Yep. I know some Nazis have started this whole thing, like Africa's for Africans, let Africans reclaim Africa and the like. Derailment tactic, basically. But
Yeah.
you know there are social justice warriors who would buy that.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to get into it too far, but like looking into like the slave trades before, like the North Atlantic slave trade, just like the different like slaves throughout history, like it was all over the place. It wasn't just a white people thing.
Absolutely.
Is there anything? Is there something more fun we could talk about before I have to burn my channel?
Yeah, we should talk about something more fun.
What's happening? What? Oh, they're releasing a Kamen Rider 20 Tiles commemoration album with all 20 theme songs.
I guess for people who want to own it on physical media, that's cute.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I wish they would. Okay, you know Kamen Rider Kiva?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how they like Kamen Rider Kiva probably has like the most music out of any Kamen Rider season attached to it because they made their own band for the season for some reason.
Okay.
And the secondary rider, Kamen Rider Igza, has like 10 songs attached to him.
Seriously.
Okay, and this is because like the Igza system, Kamen Rider Igza isn't one person; it's actually 4 people. It's 2 people in 2009. That's the main guy who uses it, and the girl he. And then in 1989, there's the main guy that uses it, and the girl that goes along with him. And the girl in 1989 is the mother of the girl in 2009.
1989, there's time travel?
No, it just takes place in 2 time periods. I mean, yes, there is time travel, but it's not related. It's like a 2-episode thing.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, there's like after the main character's girlfriend dies, he tries to go back in time to stop himself from being born, so his girlfriend doesn't die. And the secondary writer, he randomly goes back in time at one point to like deal with some fan guy or something, and ends up falling in love with the main character's mom. Yeah.
Didn't they just have a season with time travel in Deno before that?
Yes, they did. Oh lord. But like going through them, the things that are attached to the secondary writer, Kamen Rider Igza, we have individual system, fight for justice. Then we have feel the same, which is the female version. This love never ends, which is for the guy in 1989. Then we have inherited system, which is the theme for like all of them together. It goes all over. There's like so many, and if I had like the list in front of me, and I'm just off the top of my head, but like there's so many of them. Like, does one writer need so many themes? A writer who only has 2 forms, mind you,
And who's secondary?
and he's secondary. Yeah, granted, it is 4 people as the same writer, but still. Also, I just want to give a shout out to like all of the music from Kamen Rider Kiva because it's so good. And they like released an album after the series ended that had like a bunch of character themes for like secondary characters and antagonists. Like they released a main theme for one of the bad guys called Exterminate Time and all of this stuff. It's just like, oh my lord. I mean, you had a band, you used the band, I guess.
Makes sense. Makes
sense.
sense.
It's just, I love Kiva so much, and even though I understand that's like a fundamentally broken show.
There are people who like Ghost.
Yeah, that's true. But like, Kiva is broken in the way that like it has this whole love subplot in the 1989 story. But the ending of the love subplot is like spoiled once you think about who the main character is in 2009 for like half a second.
Oh.
Because like, oh, okay, we're gonna learn how like because in 1989 the main character 2009's dad. It's like, okay, we're gonna learn how the dad and mom got together. And he spends like most of the season chasing this one girl who's like the mother of the girl in 2009. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it for half a second, the guy in 2009 is half Fangire. His dad's not a Fangire, so it would have to be his mom is a Fangire. But the girl he's chasing in 1989 isn't a Fangire. So you kind of spoil yourself immediately that he's not going to get with that girl.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like you just kind of shoot yourself in the foot almost immediately.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Also, there's this funny thing where the guy who plays the brother of the guy in 2009 also plays the movie exclusive rider, and they're separate characters.
Mm.
So you just got these two guys with the exact same face as separate writers in the same continuity. Kiva's a mess, but it's my mess.
Ghost has Seiji Takaiwa out of suit, so
yeah,
that's surreal. If we're talking weird surreal things.
With Ghost, it's like they drop so many subplots and story elements.
Yeah, because there were like 3 writer teams.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, towards the end, like Igor's in love with her name, Ari, I think. And it's just never brought up again. Like, not even in the movies.
He fell in love with her because she was abusive to him.
She fell in love with him because she slapped him.
Yep.
5 times.
That's a fetish.
That's probably one of the greatest running jokes in the series. Just every time he meets her, he gets slapped.
And like the first time he's this menacing, like a real threat, and
she just walks up to him and bitch slaps him.
Yeah, like Akari and Onari and the monk guy are the only good parts of.
If I will say one thing that's good about Ghost is that its background characters are not boring.
Yeah.
If not totally consistent, because Onari just goes from character trait to character trait to character trait. Oh, I can talk to the Goemon icon. No, I couldn't. I was pretending the whole time.
Honestly, probably the worst secondary characters I've seen were in Wizard. I absolutely hated every one of them.
I don't think Reiko was that bad, you know, the policewoman.
Yeah, but like the joke guy, he was the wannabe magician guy, he was absolutely useless, B, really annoying, and C, not even funny.
Yeah, and they made him a major plot point in the movie.
How?
Well, basically, he makes rings with the old man now, so he gives Shinosuke his new Shinpuipi, or the Alakazam ring, and it does nothing. Until the end, where, oh no, the bad guy is inside Haruto's underworld. What is he gonna... Well, the ring makes a copy of Haruto who goes into his own underworld. Because that makes sense.
Okay, well, it's Kamen Rider, so insane Kamen Rider logic is sort of expected, but like,
Yeah.
you could do better.
I mean, this was the Gaim crossover movie, so which, if you have not seen the Gaim crossover movie with Wizard, it's pretty good. Mostly because they have this idea of like an alternate world where all the Kamen Riders are warlords and it's this giant actual like Sengoku Warring States thing.
That sounds fun.
But like they all look like, and they do like these fun gags like with Double, the general of the general of the Double Army is the guy who plays Axel. And like his wife just comes out of nowhere and starts beating him with a shoe.
Well, it's in character.
Yeah, and I think the leader of the O's faction is the guy who plays, I think it's Date, the First Birth. I'm not sure. But they do this cool thing with like giving Haruto his infinity form back. Because he I don't remember in what, but he gave up infinity form at some point.
In one of the movies.
Yes, I think in his movie he gave up infinity form. The crossover.
Why? It's so useful.
I don't know. But basically, the Bujin Wizard, or the Warlord Wizard in that world, died. So the leader of his army just gives the Infinity Ring to Shinosuke, because that was the other wizard's Infinity Ring. Because plot convenience. Yeah. And the bad guy is a Warlord Gaim, who uses the Blood Orange Loxy. Because reasons. Oh, cool. They're making an SH Figuarts O's redo where you can actually switch out parts of his body. So it'll come with like really cool. It comes with a mantis arms thing. That's cool. And it seems like it has some more advanced joints to pull off different poses.
Kumakiri hands.
Like for some reason his elbow slides up or something. I don't know what that's for. But yeah, you can pop the head and legs off and replace the tiger arms with the mantis arms.
That's really cool.
So they'll probably charge you a fortune for like all these different sets where you can like form your different combos.
But like, why would you want to make something that's not a complete combo?
Well, they're probably going to charge you an arm and a leg for the stag beetle head, because now you have the grasshopper legs and the mantis arms. You need the head. You need the head. Your completionist senses are on fire. You need the head, don't you? Archie, just pay me a little more money.
Ga!
I got to have it. I got to have it.
And Gata Kiribai is the best combo song. So, you know.
Which is like I was saying with the. I don't really have that completionist sense. I don't have that completionist sense that often because I don't have the money. My only completionist sense I have right now is to get both the Joker and the Queen Figmas. Just so I can have, like, I can just pose my couple to do my headcanons.
Queen...
Because...
What Queen?
For Persona 5.
Oh, that Joker. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Kamen Rider Joker.
No. I forgot there was a Kamen Rider Joker.
Yeah, he was like for one episode.
Really memorable movie, that one.
It wasn't in a movie.
Yeah, it was. It was introduced in the movie.
I just remember it from the end of the series.
Yeah, because that's where he got that from. Because in the movie, Kamen Rider Joker guy. No joke. Okay, so they're T2 or like whatever 2 memories. They're like second generation. They go from A to Z. So you have like Axel, Bird, all of that. And so the helicopter carrying them explodes because there's a terrorist organization made of dead people, and so each one has like their own memories, and they all have dopant forms based off the memories that Kamen Rider Double has. So the girl has the heat memory. There's a guy with the Luna memory, etc.
Makes sense. We had to see them sooner or later.
Yeah, and there's a chick who with the Cyclone memory who I won't spoil the twist that involves her, but basically the bad guy who uses the Eternal memory and becomes Kamen Rider Eternal with like a Lost Driver. Basically, at some point they like take Philip hostage, and like Shotaro can't transform. So Kamen Rider, the ghost of Kamen Rider's skull, comes out of nowhere and just puts down his Lost Driver and walks away, leaving him also the Joker memory, the T2 Joker memory.
Okay.
So now he becomes Kamen Rider Joker and kills the lady with the heat memory. And that's where that came from.
That is pretty dumb.
I mean, I like the guy, Kamen Rider Eternal, and there's a nice movie dedicated to him, too, because, he was popular. Fun fact, the guy who plays...
is like the most popular secondary Kamen Rider. Villain Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Fun fact, the guy who plays Eternal, he's also the singer of Surprise Drive.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's something I always thought was cool.
I've seen Batride War videos because I don't know. I just sometimes watch TV show videos.
Batride War. Batride War 2 is so much fun.
Right, and Double has just so many characters in it for no reason whatsoever, more than any other series.
In Batride War 2, they really they wanted to focus on movies, so they didn't give us too many any riders who weren't normal riders. But the thing is, I can't read Japanese, and there's no signals to show me what form I'm transforming into, so I'll just randomly activate liner form. I don't want that, because it's all in Japanese. Usually they'll give me a symbol, when I'm playing as Kiva, they'll show me which fusel I'm using or whatever, right? Or when I'm playing as O's, they'll show me the color of the combo. But no, in Den-O, it's all in Japanese. So I'll just randomly activate wing form, and I'm like, no, I don't want that finisher. That finisher sucks. Because, you have to play as all the movie. You have to play through all of their movies. Right. And the Fies movie. Woo boy, the Fies movie.
And for some reason, there's the main Cyclone Joker, there's Fang Joker, there's Just Joker, Axel, of course, and Eternal.
I can understand why Double... Actually, you can't play as Eternal in Batride War 2, which makes me sad. But
maybe in Batride War 1?
I think in Batride War 1. Because that came out around Wizard, and they were less focused. Because the thing about Batride War 2, it's all based on the movie. So, all of the movie guys are villains you can't play as. Which, again, made me sad. But, I get why Double and Fang Joker are two separate characters, because, they're different people. Fang Joker is Philip, and, but I don't get why... I also kind of get why Joker would be a separate character, because technically that is a separate Kamen Rider. It's just with the same guy with different equipment. I don't know. The only one I thought was a little excessive was okay, Decayed was a character, and then Decayed Violent Emotion was a character. You want to know what the difference is? A helmet. Violent Emotion has a different helmet.
Are they even a different character in story?
They have different abilities, but they're the same guy, just with different... See, Violent Emotion, the thing with Decade is that usually he can only use the abilities of the main 10 riders before him, or the main 9. But Violent Emotion, he has access to all the power.
Oh, right, so he's the one who uses Amazon, right?
He can use, well, his main thing was that he used, Kaisa's motorcycle, he used G4's missiles. He can use a bunch of different abilities, but his gameplay in Batride 2 is that he has a bunch of really good combo-y into abilities, but I don't want him to be a separate character from Decade. I want him to be a different form, so that way we can have a character slot going to, I don't know, a character people actually like. Because,
nobody likes
I'll admit, Decade Violent Emotion is a lot of fun to play as, because his combo abilities are really good. Like, you can shoot somebody with missiles, then teleport somewhere else, and then do your kick, and then he has a lot of combo potential. But I'd rather there be a secondary rider we didn't get than Decade. You know what I mean?
Well, naturally.
I'd rather play as, I don't know, D-End, I guess. Let me have a little bit of fun with D-End and his summon abilities. Which D-End just showed up in Zeo, and he's interesting, I guess.
What's he doing in Zeo?
Stealing things. So nothing new.
I see.
He stole the ride watches. All of them.
Which forced, let me guess, forced Zeo to get a new form.
Well, no. Waz had to be a good boy and get them all back.
Oh. That's
except for Geo 2 and Gaze Revive. Which are going to unlock a new form for all of them, because their new form is that they fuse into one guy.
Yeah, I saw that clip already, and
it's ugly as sin.
It's ugly. It's stupid in principle. It's why. It's basically isn't it basically one of Den-O's forms?
It's just Climax form.
Yeah,
because Climax form was like, oh, we fuse all the forms together, and now we're just super strong.
And fight for control, kinda.
Yeah, and apparently, and then there was the movie where apparently Den-O Cade only shows up in like the last 10 minutes. And that's super Climax form, where they just add wing form to his back. Seriously, the Den-O milking was like atrocious towards the later part of it.
Yeah, they even changed the main actor.
Like,
because
what
he
was it?
Absolutely sick of playing Den-O.
And, what was it? Oh, Heisei vs. Showa, the Heisei vs. Showa movie. Den-O just shows up with his, well, no, first the Tokyujers show up in their trains, because that was the season. And then Den-O gets his train and like, hey, let's combine our trains. And, like, Den-O just... But then the Red Ranger from Koryuger shows up, and he's like, "Hey, my dinosaur's a train now."
This is
so then the Denliner becomes the feet, and the dinosaur becomes the head, and I'm like, why?
God damn it! This is so dumb.
It's so dumb.
I mean, like the idea of combining the Denliner with the Tokyuger train, it's solid. We have two train-themed seasons. Yeah, it.
But then Koryuger was more popular, so he had to show up. And my dinosaur's a train now.
I thought Tokyuger was also really popular.
Were we talking about heads? When were we talking about heads? I'm sorry, I just saw a text from my friend. He's like, "Why are you talking about heads?" When did we talk about heads?
Well, we are talking about dinosaur heads on...
Well, dinosaur heads, yes. But yet... the movies get so dumb. No, there was the Cho Superhero Tyson that was going on, I think, around or was it Forze? It was Forze! And, basically... it was really funny. They had Beast and the Gold Ranger from Koryuger fighting one guy. And then, they had their banter. And then the Silver Ranger from Go Busters, who was like Beetle guy, and basically his thing is that he jumps in front of people when they're like making their speeches and like says something. So somebody's about to say, "I'll be your opponent," and then he'll jump in front of them, "I'll be your opponent," and then somebody will smack him in the head and go, "Don't cover me." That's like his thing, is that he's really self-centered.
Yeah, I saw that in Henshin compilation videos.
Yeah, so basically, Gold Ranger from Koryuger and Beast just kill a guy, and he just... Apparently, the Silver Ranger from Go Busters is just the Guardian of the Forest. Now it's just like, I am the guardian of the forest. Hello. And then when they finish blowing up the bad guys, he just walks by with a broom, just sweeping up the explosion. Like, I'll clean this up, and that's his cameo. He's such a great character. He's like, oh, if you're gonna watch a season, you gotta watch Go Busters just for him, because like in the movie, the V Cinema movie, where like everyone dies, and he's like the 9,999th person to die, and then the red guy's partner is like the millionth person to die, so the red guy gets his wish. And so he's like, the red guy is like, I don't know what to wish for, so Silver gets out in front of him and goes, give me a lifetime supply of Enetron. Which is like he's a robot, so that's why he drinks. He's like, no, stupid, you'd go through that in like a month. Then give me twice my usual supply. So stupid.
I mean, I might as well see how, you know,
there's like there's the episode where like the Gold Ranger is messing with Blue Ranger's, like saying, yeah, his test results say he's gonna die in a week. And then the gorilla robot guy runs away, and he's like, just joking. Turns around and like, oh, where'd you go? So basically, he tasked the Silver guy with telling, and the robot's name is Gorosaki Bananas, because, you know, gorilla puns. He says, hey, tell Bananas that I was just joking. And he calls him later, he's like, did you tell Bananas I was just joking? Yes, I told him. Holds up a bunch of bananas. So he told a bunch of bananas that his partner was joking.
I think I saw this. I have the biggest deja vu about this scene. Like I've seen it somewhere. I don't know.
It's like you gotta watch it because like he's best character in all of Sentai. He's best character.
Again, I might as well watch it, seeing how I'm seeing Beast Morphers already.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope they make him as good in Beast Morphers. It's probably not going to happen because like American Tokusatsu is like allergic to like Japanese senses of humor, but.
Man, I suck more than usual today.
Yeah.
I usually can reliably get to level 3, and now I'm just fucking up on level 1 like a total noob.
Have you ever seen the Shinkenger thing where like there's just an American guy?
Right, like, the Brown.
Shinken Brown! Richard Brown! Like, first, what kind of name is Richard Brown?
It's a normal name. So, at least to me. Like, why not? Dick Brown. Maybe he's a gay actor.
Maybe. So good. I love it. What else is there? I just love, like, random, like, stupid...
Americans in Tokusatsu are always fun to watch, like...
Oh, yeah.
The evil white businessman in Ghost.
The CEO from Ghost.
Right, it was so random.
Who was possessed by,
Genma.
I think, like, one of my stupidest, like, but also kind of favorite Tokusatsu things is, from Car Ranger, and you might have seen this in the Henshin compilation, was, the chick who's like, I'm Car Ranger White! And she's a girl in, like, a dress, and every time she does her pose, she gets upskirted by the camera.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is a kid's show, right?
Well, the standards in Japan for kids show are really different.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Speaking of Americans in Tokusatsu, I also love the fucking biker guy from Drive.
Guy? Oh yeah,
the biker professor. Yes, Professor Harley, because you know he rides Harley Davidson. What's his name? Professor Harley.
And what's like his two? What's his two lines? He's like, here. Oh yeah. His only lines.
I think he said something more about the class because he was like giving everyone sweets.
Oh man, I don't remember. Yeah, he says something in like a note about sweets or something. For you, and for you, and for you. I don't remember, but I just remember it being hilarious. Oh, Professor Harley, Richard Brown. The guy who played Richard Brown actually became like an official Ranger later.
What? Seriously?
He became Koryu Cyan. in Koryuger.
Huh.
Because the whole thing about Koryuger is that there have been rangers throughout the decades, and so he was from like the Roman era or something. But he was like a ghost. So he had like his own transformation where he went Spirit Ranger, fire.
Courager is yeah, dinosaur one.
Yes, the dinosaur one where they eat batteries.
Mm-hmm. And they have the funky dance before the
funky,
henshin.
yeah.
It's really fun.
Samba.
It's one of.
I wish I had that gun, but that gun is so expensive now.
Oh, I would imagine it's a really popular season.
Yeah.
And
I
prefer.
I was just
the
happy to get
Japanese
the upgrade
sounds
item.
way more than American ones. Though American sounds are good too.
Oh yeah, the American sounds can be really good when
they try.
Yeah.
And
I do like how Dragon Knight made its own transformation, even though the transformation is really slow.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit over the top. It's a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's like super slow because like put it in the belt, the thing spins in the belt, giant energy field. The energy field slowly turns.
Yeah, but like it actually visually changes the costume, so it's kind of cool.
Giant shoulder pads.
Well, yeah, it's kind of.
I still can't get over that one costume had like giant shoulder pads, and I like. That's not how it looked in the show, but even when I go to like certain figures of it, the shoulder pads are huge, and I'm like, am I missing something? I don't know. Flash Ray. Ah! Love reading these subtitles when you get weapons. According to my friend, like this, apparently the stream is like 10 minutes behind when we actually talk.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Which might have something to do with the fact that's like, I don't know, broadcasting from Russia.
Yeah, and my connection has been funky the whole day.
Yeah.
Maybe it's those tests they've been talking about. Or maybe I'm still connected to the proxy. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Let's see if I have the proxy on or not. Oh,
yeah.
My minimize all button doesn't work for some reason, so I have to minimize all my windows one by one, like a moron.
Like a boomer. Why is Monster Energy Boomer Juice?
Because it's on the Boomer meme.
Okay.
I actually tried it today because they sold it in the theater.
I've tried Monster Energy once, and my head was like buzzing the rest of the day, and I didn't even drink that much.
I drank 2 energy drinks today.
Wow.
I'm not really in control of my life.
Why are you making chocolate pudding? I've lost control of my life.
Yeah, same.
Lord. I think that should about do it for this one.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. So I won't be able to do it.
The more we'll build up an audience and all that. So we should
Yeah.
just stick to a regular schedule. So Tuesdays seem fine for now.
Yeah. I won't be able to do it next week because I'm going to be in Florida on spring break.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I'm just announcing for like those who don't know. That also means for everyone that doesn't know, if you see me doing it on Jeff the Crack channel, that the Bloodborne streams will also be on hold for those. But yeah, everything's gonna be on hold. I might record some stuff this week or like while I'm in the hotel tent over the week. But yeah, everything's gonna be on hold next week. You got anything to say, Dasha, before we quit out?
I was planning to finish a chapter of my writing today, but you know, I forgot about that we're doing a stream, so
The best laid plans.
yeah. But you know, I had fun doing a stream, and it's
Yeah, and that's That's all that matters
That's
with this kind of thing.
that's all that matters. And we entertained a few people. That's also good.
Yeah.
Right.
So, see you next time.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Bye.